I seem to have raided the Jimmy Choo bridal section, so let's rate them. A full disclaimer, I've worn 3 of these pairs for over 5 hours standing up, so I feel like I have a good viewpoint here. The first pair that I'm reviewing are the Bing 100. These are the classic Jimmy Choo design. I feel like everyone recognised them as like the iconic Jimmy Choo shoe. They have that characteristic Jimmy Choo diamante right at the front, this strap. This is so rigid and so hard, so it does hold you in properly. Also, I haven't gone for the classic pattern white. I've gone for this kind of like sandy glitter white. You can see that, it looks beautiful in the light. I also find that the heel height on this is very good, it's very flattering. My only point of concern is if you need ankle support, these might not be the most comfortable shoes, because the problem is your foot slides in just here and your ankle can go from side to side depending on what you're doing. So as like a ceremony shoe, a cocktail hour shoe, first dance shoe, absolutely perfect. So the story behind these shoes is that I wore them for my engagement ceremony, aka my rock garden Ginny ceremony, and I was sat for most of it, but right at the end we had to do a photo shoot on the cobblestones, coupled with the fact I was wearing a 20-kilogram lehenga 2-piece covered in pearls, and I was on the cobblestones balancing this outfit, the weight of which was on my ankles, and my ankle was just sliding side to side to side, and it was very painful at the end. So if you have weak ankles like me, or you are wearing an incredibly heavy outfit, be a little bit wary of when you wear these. These are the classic bridal shoes, stunning, but just be cautious of when you wear them. I would wear them, again, like I said, ceremony time, cocktail hour time, I think they're perfect for that. The next pair that we have is the Saeda Crystl sandals. I didn't actually end up getting these sandals in the typical white or off-white cream kind of rhinestone colour because I wanted something a little bit different. The reason I didn't get them in white is because I wanted to do something blue in a shoe. I think that's quite original when I've seen brides do it. This is probably one of the prettiest pair of shoes I own. I have to point you to the detailing at the back. Look at the line of crystals at the bottom, and this amazing like teardrop crystal, which when you're walking just catches the light at the back. It's just stunning. It also has this ankle strap here. So how it works is it has a clip and it will clip in there. Again, the diamond details are beautiful. I will say this is very thick. This is extremely thick because I am so conscious about breaking them. I will say a point to note with these shoes is that with this ankle strap, I am very cautious of how much pressure I apply to it. So I like it quite tight on my ankle, but I'm so conscious of this pulling that it's going to snap. So I don't feel like I've mastered how to walk in them properly yet, because when you put them here on the ankle, I feel like I'm tugging at it and I'm so worried it's going to snap because obviously it's a chain, but I mean, it's reinforced, so I don't know why I'm walking like a duck. I would recommend practicing in these shoes just so you can kind of master the tension point here and how tight to do it on your ankle. I will do that. Also, for my girlies with slightly wider feet, this incredibly flattering. And what I like about this is that it almost narrows your foot to the front. It kind of cuts the size of your foot, if that makes sense. It's like an optical illusion. So your foot looks way, way narrower at this point here. So in my personal experience, sometimes when you have a super thin strap here, it literally digs into your pinky toe and it has a pulse of its own. It's so painful, but this completely alleviates that by kind of capturing this entire side of your foot. So flattering and comfortable. But I just think overall, these are such a stunning pair of shoes. They're so unique, so classic Jimmy Choo. Look at that at the back. I mean, I know I said this for the first pair of shoes, but I, again, would recommend this for when you can see the back of the shoe. Maybe an after party dress. I was actually supposed to wear these on my proposal. I had these matched with a blue dress, but I changed my dress last minute and didn't wear them for my proposal, but they'd be great for some sort of wedding event. I just think they're so beautiful and something blue. This next pair are unreal. These are the Sacoras, which I'm sure you've seen all over the place. The Sacora shoes are very popular in the block heel. So I know a lot of brides opt for the block heel because it's more comfortable, easier to walk in. I personally do not like block heels on me. I don't think they are very flattering on me, and so all my heels are stilettos. And I just feel like it's way more flattering on my figure. So I did opt for the Sacoras in the stiletto design, not the block heel. With that being said, these are by far the most comfortable shoe here. Like 10 out of 10, the most comfortable shoe that I've got here. So I would recommend them for your ceremony shoes. Just, oh my God. I don't need to say anything because these shoes are stunning. Look at the pearl work on them. The amount of craftsmanship in these shoes is insane, and it's solid. it's genuinely solid. My favorite bit is look at the little Jimmy Choo on the massive pearl there. I don't know if you can see it. A lot of brands, in my opinion, I feel like miss the heel and they completely put all the detail at the front of the shoe. This encapsulates the whole thing. And that's one thing I have to say about the Jimmy Choo like entire shoe collection. They are so detailed, like you can clearly understand why they are a fan favorite for weddings. And the comfortability. This ankle strap is like a harness, like genuinely like a harness that you have when you go horse riding, but for your ankles. This is so comfortable, it locks your foot in. Your foot will not move. Your foot will stay still in this shoe. This is amazing. So if you are someone who's a little bit clumsier or a bit weaker on the ankles, perfect shoe. This at the front, again, flattering. I've said this about the previous two pairs of shoes. This, again, if you're slightly flat-footed or wider-footed, very, very flattering, very narrowing. And I will say I'm not the biggest fan of a peep toe. I've never liked it, but on this shoe, amazing. They definitely like have this vintage vibe. I just love classic, vintage, timeless. I will say they are the priciest shoe out of all three, and I think that goes to the level of detail in them and the level of craftsmanship. They are solid. I actually wore these for my bridal shower, so I had a Mary Antoinette themed bridal shower and I was like wearing loads of pearls, so I thought to myself, I need pearl shoes. They were so comfortable. I was running around everywhere. I did fall over a couple of times, but that wasn't the shoe's fault. That was my fault. I was wearing a really, really long cape. I wore these two cape sleeves actually that went on for like 3 meters and I caught myself on them a couple of times, but it wasn't the shoe's fault, it was my fault. And if you have pearls in your gown or if you're wearing pearls in your ears and your jewelry, yes. Last but not least, we have a strappy sandal. This is not technically a bridal shoe, but I thought bridal shoes encapsulate all your pre-bridal events, all of the after party, like all Jimmy Choos can be bridal shoes. But I thought this is more of a party shoe, maybe an after party, pre-party, bridal shower. I mean, the events can go on, like do all the events, that's what I'm doing. So, unboxing this bad boy. I actually was gifted these shoes by my father-in-law for my engagement, my rock art chimney. So essentially it's a ceremony where gifts are brought by either side, the groom's side and the bride's side, for the kind of other party. So he gifted me these shoes. He clearly knows me well, and this is them. Again, a moment of silence. Ah. Again, I just love this classic Jimmy Choo diamante design at the front. It's so thick and durable. That's what makes these shoes and every other shoe I've discussed durable. I have put them through the Hunger Games. I have put my shoes through it. I am notoriously known for not being the most gentle with my shoes, but they've lasted the test of time. Back to the shoe. So again, we've got another ankle strap. It's kind of like a double strap, if that makes sense. So it goes like this. So very comfortable on the actual ankle strap. The heel, I believe, is an 8 centimeter, so not the full 10 centimeter. Therefore, it's a little bit more comfortable here where your foot would go. But I won't lie to you, I have actually not worn these for a long period of time. I've tried them on, but I've not kind of partied with them. So I can't give a really, really accurate description on the comfortability, but having tried them on and given them a test run, they seem very, very secure. I just love all these straps like tying you in. And because they are gold and silver, which is controversial, but I quite like a two-tone shoe. I think it can go with absolutely anything, whether you've got gold in your wedding dress, whether you've got silver in your wedding dress, they can go quite beautifully and they can transform very nicely into like an after party shoe. Because it is slightly smaller in the heel height, so I do feel like durability wise you can last a bit longer. So that is a review of all of the bridal Jimmy Choos I've got. I'm actually putting myself on a shoe ban for now because I've been going a bit crazy with the shoe hauls, to be completely honest with you. However, I don't know which pair I'm going to wear on my wedding morning. I do have my eye on one pair of Jimmy Choos. I don't even want to talk about it because I can't justify it. They're just, I think I will actually do a video on them because I'm so obsessed with these heels. I have not seen one bride wear them. I can understand why, because they are very out there, but they're just like Cinderella in a shoe. Also, I am actually having 2 weddings. So I'm having my classic legal civil wedding and then I'm having my big fat Punjabi wedding a few months later. So I have, I think 15 events next year, which all require shoes. And in my head, different shoes, but anyway.